Phonte is a special guy. It's crazy how historically slept on he is, how talented he is. He's an amazing singer too. You got him singing or rapping?
Singing.
Yeah, because he could sing. What was the projects he was putting out?
Foreign Exchange.
Foreign Exchange.
This is very much.
What's the producer's name?
Nicolay.
Yeah.
Nicolay was very talented. Other side on my album is definitely Phonte, and shout out to Be My Fiasco, who's signed to Phonte, extremely talented singer from North Carolina. It's very much in the early Foreign Exchange house bag, which was some of my favorite stuff. Like, I was a rap nerd fan, but Little Brother, as far as like even the samples Ninth would pick, or Phonte getting into the Foreign Exchange bag, kind of not, of course, introduced me to R&B, but as a young kid that was such a hip hop nerd, it made me pay attention to it and start to do the deep dives I had done with the hip hop shit.
But on the R&B side.
Yeah, so Phonte being on this R&B project is like such a full circle moment, because so much of what he was putting out when I was 12 years old was on this album. Like what I started to appreciate within R&B came from that type of stuff.
Do you like Minstrel Show or The Listening more?
Minstrel Show. I don't know if I'm allowed. I don't know if either of us are allowed to say that.
I like Minstrel. Oh, I mean, yeah, because the name of the album. But I fucking love Minstrel Show.
Listening, of course, is incredible and a classic. But as much as I am their underground rap nerd fan, I am very much just equally as big a fan of hip hop that people would say isn't real hip hop, like popular hip hop.
Right.
I'm really into that type of stuff, and the Minstrel Show to me was the perfect balance for Little Brother, where they had to try some shit where their core fan base may not like, but someone like me loves that shit. Like go to Atlantic, go try to get a hit record, because I like hit records. I'm not that nerdy fan. It's like, don't sell out. Like, no, sell out a little bit. It could work.
A hit. A hit's a hit for a reason. It's And
I mean, of course, they did, but they ran into politics with Loving It. But to me, so musically, like Minstrel Show is perfect. The Listening is very much in that college dorm, which
and you kind of look like Joe Scudda a little, so you probably were like, "Yo, Joe Scudda,
yes,
I could make it too."
Who is a friend, and every time in Atlanta walks around with me. And
he's got a restaurant in Atlanta, right?
He does, yeah.
Shout out to Joe Scudda.
And every time I go to his restaurant in Atlanta, the staff always ask me if I'm related to him. Every single time.
Really?
I walk in. You're Joe's cousin? No, just a fan.
That's big to have Phonte on the project. You got Drums on there.
Yes.
Ari Lennox. Mm-hmm. Who else is on this?
James Fauntleroy is on the project. And I mean, can I brag?
Of course.
Maybe I'm the only one that finds that fucking insane.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who James Fauntleroy is? Mm-mm. He's probably one of the greatest writers of all time. Are you familiar with Cocaine 80s?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's the singer of Cocaine 80s.
Oh, shit. See?
Yeah. Do you like the 2020 Experience by Justin Timberlake?
Cocaine 80s was the shit that No ID was
No
producing.
ID produced. James
I just was with
Fauntleroy.
No ID last night. That's crazy.
Let him know we want another Cocaine 80s project. Yeah, he also wrote all of 2020 Experience for Justin Timberlake. He's written for
My
Beyonce.
favorite Justin Timberlake album.
Yeah, he's a legend to me, and Cocaine 80s is by far one of my favorite groups, even though there is only 4 mixtapes.
I remember, those tapes were crazy.
And I was even looking up old tweets when we put that record out, and it was kind of like a really cool full circle moment, and made me like feel a little Stanish about the amount of times like I was tweeting James Fauntleroy in 2010. But
yo, it's crazy how long ago that is, bro. If you think about, like, I was just talking to my boy because we were talking about high school, and I was like, bro, high school was 20 years ago. 20. Like, that shit's crazy. That shit feels like it was like 6 years ago. Like,
it's just terrifying to look at what I thought.
For sure. I've had to delete so much shit on my Twitter, bro.
And not even on like the cancellation. That's not what I'm talking about.
Just all the pauses and no homos I had to take off my Twitter timeline.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
That's just a whole separate issue. Just looking at like just dumb shit. Like you really thought you were smart at that age.
For sure.
I was really talking very confidently on Twitter at 21 years old, like I really had the world figured out.
For sure.
And I was like judging other people. And
the fashion shit was great. Even like when you guys did that blog era thing, and old boy dressed, he had the Goodwood fucking thing on. I was like, damn, that was a wave. The Goodwood and the fucking loud ass 10 deep, and
I had a 10 deep long sleeve shirt on during that.
Man, all that shit. The
snapbacks,
Castles, the Diamond Supply, the snapback shit. It was fucking crazy.
Karma Loop era.
Karma Loop. I remember you go on that Karma Loop and you just see I would just get whatever's on sale.
Yeah.
They have like all the little independent brands and shit. I got so many random just hip hop tees, like Rocksmith and all that shit. Like,